Hi there, this is Heather of Shutterbug 101. Today I'll be going over how to connect your Fuji camera to the Fujifilm app on your phone and what it can do and what it's capable of. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing how to connect your Fujifilm camera to your cell phone to be able to transfer pictures, use the app as a remote control, and see what else it can do. And I'll be using the brand new Fuji X-E4 in this situation, but if you have a Fuji point and shoot that has Wi-Fi ability, if you have an X-E4 X, S10, an XT3 or 4 or 2 or 1, an X Pro 3, you know, any of those Fujis that have that Wi-Fi ability, it should be, if not the same steps, very similar steps. So go ahead and we're going to go ahead and start with the camera here. So we're going to go into our menu. From there, we're going to go into our shooting settings and we're going to go to wireless communication. From there, we're going to go ahead and start up the Fuji app for digital camera and select the function Fuji X-E4 or whatever camera you are working with. So we are going to go ahead, access the Fuji app. I won't apologize ahead of time if my screen gets a little smudgy from touching it. Camera remote would like to use Bluetooth. Okay, let's go ahead and allow that. We agreed. Camera remote would like to access your photos. Let's go ahead, allow access to all photos, please. Would like to send you notifications? Sure, let's do that. Live view shooting. Shoot remotely while viewing a live view for your smartphone or tablet. It's something that we can do. A remote camera shooting for scenes where you want to shoot remotely. Import images to smartphone. Easily import images to your smartphone. Album. View imported images and share with your friends quickly and easily. Import reserved image. Automatically import images with auto transfer is on. Very cool. So we're going to go ahead and start. Choose a camera to connect to. So if you have the GFX system, which is the medium format, the X system like I'm working with today, or if you have the point and shoot like the waterproof cameras, the fine picks, you're going to go ahead and select that. So I'm selecting the X system. Then you're going to choose if it's an interchangeable lens camera or a fixed lens camera. This here is an interchangeable lens camera. If you have one that has a fixed lens, then you go ahead and hit that one there. And then it'll give you a selection. So the X-E4 in my case. Otherwise, find the one that you have. Okay, and we are going to add. Start pairing via Bluetooth. Turn on the camera. Select the setup. We're going to go to connection setting, Bluetooth settings. This is what we want to do. We want to actually go back here, and it's going to disconnect from the wireless because it would like to use Bluetooth. And we're going to go to the wrench symbol like it says. We're going to go to connection setting. We're going to go to Bluetooth settings. We're going to pairing registration. Okay, and at that point, it's going to search for this. So we're going to go ahead and go here. We're going to go proceed, please. Turn on the smartphone. Please open the smartphone settings and permit camera remote app to use Bluetooth. Okay, we're going to proceed. Bluetooth setting on smartphone needs to be turned on. I know that mine is, but if you need to check yours, all you have to do is drag down. Just be sure that your Bluetooth is set to on, or just go to your settings. Please restart the app and tap proceed. I don't know about restarting the app. Let's just hit proceed and see what happens. Choose camera to connect to app pairing registration. It's not giving me a proceed, so we're going to go ahead, restart the app here. X system, interchangeable lens, X-E4, add, and we are going to proceed. There we go, it has detected the X-E4. All right, so it has paired with it, so now we're going to go ahead and start, and from there, you can see right off the screen of my phone is connected to my X-E4 here. With my iPhone, we can either import images, so if we go here, this camera is processing, switch to the play menu or the shooting menu. So let's go to the play menu here, import images. Wants to join Wi-Fi network. let's go ahead and join that. Seems like everything is pretty much done from the app, which I really like. Okay, camera mode, would like to access, okay. Operate XE4, select image within the camera and press OK to transfer the image. So it looks like you actually choose from the camera itself, but because I took my pictures in RAW, it will not allow me to transport these images, which is kind of a bummer. So unfortunately, they haven't updated the app so much to be able to transfer video or pictures that are been taken in RAW, like some other apps have with other manufacturers, which is, you know, kind of a bummer. So we're just gonna go ahead and cancel that now. But if you happen to take pictures in JPEG or JPEG and RAW to where you can bring one of those over, then perfect. Otherwise, yeah, you can't transfer them in RAW. So we'll go ahead and explore some other features on here. So that does have live view shooting. So if we turn our camera here and we would like to join to that, okay, it is connecting. And now we can see that we are seeing what the camera is seeing. So we can use the touch screen here and focus where we would like to focus, if it does. There we go. It does seem a bit laggy, so this is kind of a bummer. Never really found this issue being a problem in other manufacturers. So for some reason the screen is black here. We can still see our general settings, how many pictures we have left. This may be because I have the settings done in RAW. So let's check something here, because what I'm showing here is that this light is blinking, meaning that it's processing somehow. So I'm wondering if I can switch it to JPEG, if it would do the same thing. Okay, so I changed it to JPEG, but it still doesn't seem to oh, there it goes. So it jumped focus. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked. Let's take a picture here. Okay, yeah, and then the scene kind of goes black. That's kind of disappointing. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below if you're seeing this issue with your camera, if it's different from the XE4, or if this is a problem with the firmware of the XE4 and the app, because that may be the case, and in time this can be fixed with Fuji. It just, they have to fix it in their systems. So just to kind of go over everything else on the remote portion here, it looks like you can change your exposure, which is great. You can also change your ISO, the film simulation, the white balance, the flash if you do have the external flash, or maybe something else. And it looks like you can do video on here as well, which is pretty great. Otherwise, you just hit the X to exit out of the remote function. And it looks like our other one here is import images selected on app. Rather than selecting them on the camera itself, oddly enough, I hit this and I feel like it should give me a selection of the pictures on the app to choose from, but it didn't seem to open them. Even though I do officially have at least one JPEG image in there now, it doesn't seem to want to open that. So then we have our remote release. So rather than having the visual image of the picture on the screen, this just gives you a shutter release where you can actually click and hold on your bulb mode as well, just from your phone, which is really neat. Other than that, that's pretty much the biggest successful thing that I've found on this app. I will say that a lot of the other apps, Sony, Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic, are all ahead of Fujifilm on their applications, which is a little disappointing. So Fujifilm, if you're watching this, hoping you get us an upgrade here, whether it be firmware with this camera and its ability to work with the app, or the app in general, because it seems like there's a few different issues here that do need to be fixed, like the raw processing, like the fact that it shouldn't black out on the screen after you take one picture on the live view shooting, that type of thing. If you guys have any other questions about this app, if you are also having issues, be sure to contact Fuji and let them know the issues that you're having. That way, hopefully they can start updating this. I'll be sure to refer to this to my Fuji representative, who can also let his people know. Other than that, the Fujifilm cameras are fantastic. It just doesn't seem like the app is holding up to what the camera can do. So if you guys have any questions about using your Fuji camera, if I haven't done a walkthrough for you yet, or if you want to know if I've done a walkthrough for your camera yet, and maybe you haven't taken the time to find it, let me know in the comments below. Be happy to either add it to my list or share the link with you. Go out there, enjoy your camera, use the remote control, the shutter release if it's something that you need or can't find right now. And until next time, keep your eye out for inspiration, Shutterbugs. Bye.